Hello everyone, welcome back to Rathbone Manor. I do hope you're all keeping well. Today I'm going to take a look at this little fellow right here, my old Seiko Data 2000. It's quite interesting to think that back in the day, and including this one here, this is a more modern watch of mine, these things are not connected, unlike these fellows here, which are connected, and they also keep an your health, keep an eye on your health and what have you. But back in the day, these old things weren't connected at all. The old Seiko Data 2000. This one is from roughly 1985. I managed to get it going. I didn't put the correct battery in here, but I've put a, I think it's a CR2025 in here, which is not the right battery at all for this particular watch. And there's lots of fiddling around with tiny little screws and a little spring and all sorts of stuff, and I wanted to check to see if this thing would actually work before I started filming with it. So you just get the pictures, I'm afraid, guys. I lost the packaging to this thing many decades ago, so I haven't got the instructions or anything like that, but I managed to find the instructions for the Data 2000 online, so we can find out how to use it again. Lost mine decades ago, so can't really remember how to use it, to be honest with you. The one thing I do remember how to still work on here is how to set the alarm off, just by holding these two buttons here, the two orange buttons in. As you can see, I haven't set the date on this thing, because it'll be interesting to see A, how you do it in the first place. I can't really remember, and B, is it Y2K compliant? We'll soon find out. How do we get this thing going now? Mode. Okay. There's the two memory sections. And what we've got here, what's going on here then? That's the alarm. Stopwatch. Aha. Okay. Let's see if we can't fumble our way through this, shall we then, guys? What we get? Let's press the mode. No, it's just gone back out again. Here we go. So let's try that one. No. Oh. Right, so that's 45. What's the time at the moment, I wonder? 11:38, Wednesday, 30th of December. So if we try 40, how do we do this now? Can't remember at all. No, that's not it. No, oh, I see it. Okay, right. I think we're getting somewhere now. So there's 30. Press that one again. 11 AM. It's the 30th today. What's this one here then? Oh, it's 30. 11:12. What do we do next? Sunday, which is actually a Wednesday today. Tuesday, Wednesday. Go through that lot again because we've got to get it up to 40 now. For goodness sake. What? Set it up to 41. Right, there we go. It's looking fairly promising that it's still Y2K compliant, because we've got the December 30th and Wednesday on there. So that's good then. Cool. So I've got some buttons here then. Split, reset and set just here. Mode, transmit, start, stop, select. Okay. So if we go into mode, right, there's, because it's got two memory sections on here. There's memo A, there's memo B. We've been through this lot already. There's the alarm. There's a stopwatch. Back to the real world again. This thing has a nice black stainless steel strap on it. Stainless steel back plate. This is quite nice, quite nicely made. I think this one's might have got a few scratches on it over the years, possibly. Can we see any scratches on there? Not overly. A few marks, but not a lot. Okay. So what else do we get with this thing then? You get this keyboard here. You put the watch on here. We've got all the standard keyboard going on there, and it runs off of a battery in the back there. Little small battery. One of these. In fact, this is probably most likely the original. So look, I think it's got Japan on there. So this is probably the original battery. I've taken out there this morning. And you can see we've got some very small keys going on here. Look at those tiny little things. On off switch down the bottom there. Okay, so what happens if we pop to the watch onto it? it snaps into position there. And what we have just here is CNT, which is a contrast. So if we hit that button, we might, oh hang on, let's switch it on first. That might help as well. There, switch it on. Can we control the contrast with this thing? Hang on, transmit standby. I don't know how to work this thing, by the way, guys. I've forgotten already. Okay, why is it not? Oh, it is doing something there, look. I think it's going, yeah, you can see the screen's going a lot darker, look here. So if I then push the little teeny shift button, push the contrast the other way again, we should be able to see the, yeah, here it comes. Putting back so we can actually read it now, look. And you can go too far with it, if I remember rightly. Can we go too far with it? Yeah, you can go too far so you can't see the screen at all. Let's bring it back again. Transmit standby. Right, there we go. Can we see that? Not really. Okay, so we can just about read that there then. So I managed to get these characters in there somehow or another, type them in. So can we move up a bit, can we move the cursor up a bit and back a bit? Use these little teeny tiny buttons here, look. Right in. How do we, because we've got these two here, which are obviously for the deleting, but I don't know how they work. I've forgotten how they work now, to be honest with you. I think we ought to look at the instructions, don't you? Well, I must say it's not too clear how on earth you're supposed to delete characters, but especially you are supposed to, in theory, be able to push the CE button here, or the all clear button, but as you can see, nothing happens. It just adds these little characters to the screen, look. So I'm not really sure how to do it. Okay, so I think I've found a way to get rid of these characters off of here. Let's toggle up to the beginning. There we go. Toggle along to the very beginning, hopefully. Right, space bar. Right, there we go. I'm sure this is the wrong way of doing it. It's a long-winded way of doing it, but it does seem to get rid of all the characters. Right, and let's get back to the top then. We'll try something else, shall we, guys? Not up there. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the trouble is, I've just found these buttons. They can stick in when you press them. Get it wrong. You get it wrong, they'll stick in like that. Look, you can see that sticking in there, and that causes all sorts of havoc on screen. So we've got to try and pop that one out now. There we go. All right, let's just try inputting something then, shall we, guys? Get back to the beginning as best we can. And type in there. Has it got it going there? No, not quite. What the? Oh my God, these keys are fiddly. Good grief. Right, in space, space. Back, back. Come on. Stuck again. Okay, now it's not working at all. Must have something stuck elsewhere. What in the name of sanity? Okay, it turns out the space bar was stuck down. Let's go back. Oh, crikey. Blimey. This thing is a nightmare to use, it really is. Right, A, S, H. Right, okay. Now, is that set into the memory now? Let's click that. So back then, press the little memory here. Memory A, memory B. Oh yeah. So we've actually got some data set into the watch now then. Well, I've got to say, this little keyboard here is the fiddliest thing I have ever seen. It's nowhere near as good as an on-screen keyboard on modern devices. I don't know how I ever got on with it. Switch it off. But you can see the little teeny rubber keys. Look at them. Look how small they are, look. Good grief. It takes some blooming working. Oh, and they get stuck as well, look. As I say, they get wedged underneath like that. And that causes you all sorts of grief. So, oh my word. It does make me wonder how on earth I got along with this thing. It really does. I mean, it's quite a nice thing. Back in the 80s, so I've got this 85. But, connecting it onto here. Transmit standby. I must have hit that button accidentally. Switch the keyboard on. Let's go with memory B again. Here we go. Return. There we are. So if we try entering some stuff again, can't really see what I'm doing through the screen. Right, in R. What have we got? FR. Okay. Good lord. Well, that is a fiddly thing to use, I've got to say. Good grief. Small little buttons on there, look. Okay, so that's a look at my old Seiko Data 2000. I don't really know how I managed to get on with it years ago, but obviously I did. Yeah, what a pain in the bottom this keyboard is. Crikey. Not as good as a on-screen keyboard of your modern device, I must admit. What a pain. Okay then everyone, I hope you enjoyed having a good laugh at me trying to use this thing. As I say, it's 85, so it's quite a while ago now since I last used it. Many decades, and I've obviously forgotten how to use it, and these buttons are really fiddly and they get stuck. So, oh, good lord, it's unbelievable, it really is. But yeah, let's turn it off again. It is off. It still works. It's got the wrong battery in here, it's got the right battery in here, but it still works, as you can see. I don't know how long that battery would keep it going for. But yeah, what an interesting old watch. If I remember rightly, you don't need it snapped in to actually get it to connect. Let's have a look. Transmit standby. As you can see, it's not plugged in properly. Memory B. Can we get it to work? Oh, let's turn it on again. Yeah, I keep forgetting to turn it on. Memory B. There we go. Look, it's not even plugged in. Memory A. It needs to be closed, so there we go. Memory B. It's got to be close to get it. There we go. It's not even, as I say, not even plugged in properly. Look. There we go. Brilliant. No, it's stuck. The buttons are stuck in again. That is interesting. Now this thing doesn't work off of Bluetooth, nor does it work off of Wi-Fi. I think there's a little induction coil in here and in the watch itself, and I think you'll find this is the induction coil right here. It runs all the way around the outside of the battery, just there, and that's how it talks to the keyboard. So there we have it, a fascinating old watch. God knows how on earth I ever got on with the thing. You know, you've got to carry this thing around with you as well as wearing the watch, which is quite comfortable to wear. It's fully adjustable, as you can see there. Look, so you can slide it along to where you need it. But how on earth I managed to get on with this back in the day, I really don't know, because it's been an absolute pain in the bottom today trying to use it. But yeah, so what do you think? Have you guys got anything like this still going out there? I mean, as you can see, it still works, and it looks to be Y2K compliant too. Look, because I've got the relevant date for today. Look, the proper time and what have you. But yeah, but what an absolute pain in the bottom using the blooming keyboard. Okay then, guys. Well, thanks for popping over. Thanks for taking a look at the old watch here. Even if the keyboard is an absolute pain to use, it really is unbelievable. Those tiny little keys getting stuck inside the keyboard. What a nightmare. Alright guys, well, thanks for popping over. Thanks for taking a look at my old Data 2000 here. All those years ago. Yeah, alright guys, well, thanks for popping over. Thanks for taking a look, and thanks for watching.